Hold on to your hats, folks. Today, we're diving deep into the wild world of testicles. From giants packing over 1,000 pounds of equipment to tiny insects with their own jaw-dropping assets, we're uncovering the biggest, weirdest, and most fascinating balls in the animal kingdom. And welcome back to Wildlife Rediscovered. I'm Leon, your local yapping lion. Today's topic? Well, it's a big one, like literally. We're talking about some of the largest testicles in the animal kingdom. And believe me, nature has really gone all out with some of these creatures. So buckle up, because we're about to take a wild ride through the world of animal balls. Let's get into it. Let's start by making a splash in the ocean, where many of the biggest animals also have some of the biggest testes. Whales like the blue whale, sperm whale, and humpback whale are some of the most famous examples. These ocean giants need to go big. Each species has testicles that weigh around 100 to 150 pounds each. Why so large? Well, it's all about reproductive success. Male whales release a massive amount of sperm during mating to ensure their genes get passed on. In fact, a blue whale, for example, can produce up to 20 gallons of sperm in a single mating session. The sperm-to-egg ratio is key in sperm competition, where it's all about flooding the female reproductive tract with as much as possible in hopes that some of it wins the race to the egg. Whales are long-distance swimmers, but when it comes to reproducing, they don't want to leave anything to chance. The large size of their testicles allows them to store and release more sperm at once, giving them an evolutionary edge. Fun fact: just to paint a picture, a whale's balls are so massive that one of them could fill an entire bathtub. But trust me, you don't want that kind of bath bomb. Now, for a special mention, the right whale and its cousin, the southern right whale. These guys don't just compete, they dominate the testicle scene. With a whopping 1,100 pounds of testes, they hold the crown for the largest testicles in the animal kingdom. In fact, their reproductive strategy revolves around what's called sperm competition. Multiple males will often mate with the same female, so it's a race to see who can flood her reproductive system with the most sperm. The right whale's massive testicles allow them to release more sperm, giving them a better shot at fathering the next calf. It's like nature's version of a sperm lottery, and in this case, size definitely matters. The southern right whale also follows this strategy, relying on volume over finesse. Male southern right whales produce an eye-watering 35 pints of sperm in a single mating session, which is roughly 5 gallons. That's a lot of whale juice. Right whales' massive balls aren't just about sperm production. They're also part of a broader reproductive arms race. Females likely evolved ways to filter out less successful sperm, leaving only the strongest genes to succeed. Talk about nature knowing how to pick a winner. Now, let's leave the ocean and head to the African savanna to meet the elephant, the largest land mammal. It should come as no surprise that these giants also pack a serious punch in the testicle department. A male elephant's testicles weigh in at about 10 pounds each, about the same as 2 bowling balls. But here's the thing. Despite their size, elephant testicles are internal. That's right, unlike most mammals, they keep their jewels tucked away inside their bodies. This internal storage is thought to help regulate their temperature because, well, elephants don't have the luxury of underwear to keep things cool. Elephants have been known to have some of the longest pregnancies in the animal kingdom, around 22 months. With such large testicles producing all that sperm, it's no wonder they've got to be prepared for the long haul. Now, we're swinging into the trees to meet our cheeky cousins, the bonobos. These guys are fascinating for so many reasons, but one thing that stands out is their massive balls. Relative to body size, bonobos have some of the largest testicles of any primate. They weigh about 1/3 of an ounce, which might not sound like much compared to the whale or the elephant, but for their size, it's huge. Why? Well, bonobos are incredibly, let's say, sociable animals. They engage in frequent sexual activity, not just for reproduction, but also for social bonding. And with all that action, they need to keep their sperm supply in tip-top shape. Their bigger testicles allow them to produce more sperm, giving them a better shot at fatherhood. Bonobos use sex for everything, from greeting each other to resolving conflicts. Talk about multitasking. Now, you didn't think ball size was just for the big guys, did you? Let's talk about the dung beetle, a small insect with surprisingly large, well, you know, despite their tiny size, dung beetle testicles make up 10% of their body mass. To put that into perspective, if a 200-pound human had the same ratio, they'd be carrying around 20-pound testicles. That's a lot to lug around. So why do dung beetles need such massive equipment? It's all about reproductive success. Male dung beetles engage in intense competition for mates, and larger testicles mean more sperm, which increases their chances of fathering offspring. Dung beetles are incredibly strong, capable of rolling balls of dung up to 50 times their own body weight. Imagine doing all that work with those huge testes. That would be insane. Still in the insects department, let's hop over to the bush cricket. These guys hold the world record for the largest balls relative to body size, at a staggering 14% of their body weight. Imagine a 200-pound human carrying around 28 pounds of testicle. Ouch! Why so big? Well, much like the dung beetle, male bush crickets engage in sperm competition. The bigger the testes, the more sperm they can produce, which gives them a better shot at fathering the next generation. The females are often very choosy, so the males need to be ready with the goods. Bush crickets don't just have big balls, they also have a super long mating process, with sperm transfer taking hours to complete. Patience is indeed key in the cricket world. Alright, now you're probably wondering, how do we humans even stack up? Well, compared to these ballsy titans, we're pretty modest. On average, a human male's balls weigh about 1 ounce each. Sure, we've got nothing on the right whale or the elephant, but remember, bigger isn't always better. Evolution has crafted each species' equipment to fit their specific needs. Also, human testicles are fascinating in their own right. Did you know they adjust their position depending on temperature to maintain optimal sperm production? Yep, that's your body's natural air conditioning system at work. And that's it for today's wild ride through the animal kingdom's ballers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, you're gonna love this video over here talking about why Australian wildlife is a different kind of wild. Don't forget to check it out. Until next time, folks, stay curious and keep exploring the wild.